Welcome back. How are you? I think you all are fine. In previous video we have completed all chemical properties of acid. First we will recapitulate all the chemical properties and then we will move to our next topic, that is what do all acids and base have in common. Okay. So let us come to first chemical property of acid. As we know that whenever acid react with any metal, then it form salt along with hydrogen gas. Okay. The second chemical property was that whenever acid and base react with each other, they always form salt along with water. You know that type of reactions are also called neutralization reaction. Then the third property was when any acid react with any metal carbonate, it always form salt along with water and CO2 gas. The fourth property was whenever any acid react with any metal hydrogen carbonate or any metal bicarbonate, then it always form salt along with CO2 plus H2O. Okay. Then we have done next property, that whenever any metal oxide react with acid, it form salt along with water. So I think all the chemical properties of acid are clear to you. Same way, some bases react with metal to form salt along with hydrogen gas. All base will not react with acid to form hydrogen gas. And whenever any metal oxide is formed, its nature is basic. And whenever any non-metallic oxide is formed, its nature is acidic. So all the points of our previous videos are recapitulate. Now let us come to our new topic, that what is common among these acids and base. This was the activity given in your NCERT also, which is very important, which show that how the acids conduct electric current. You know that in this we have taken a beaker. In that beaker I have kept one rubber cork. In that rubber cork I have fitted 2 iron nail. Okay. And we have poured some amount of dilute HCl solution. What is dilute? Dilute means which is dissolved in water. The HCl dissolved in water is called dilute HCl solution. Okay. Let us connect these 2 nails with a battery of 6 volt, and a bulb is also in this, and one switch to on off, or we can say key is inserted. As we start the electric current or we on the electric circuit, that what will happen? The electrons start flowing from one place to another, and which give rise to bulbs to glow. The bulb start glowing when electric current pass through the solution. As we know that we have kept water with HCl, isn't it? So what will happen? The HCl produce H plus ions in presence of water. This activity show that the glowing of bulb indicate that there is a flow of electric current through the solution, and this electric current is carried through the solution by ions. And who forms ions? The presence of HCl with water forms H plus ions or hydronium ions, which give rise to the conduction of electric current. And the result was that we can see that the bulb start glowing. We can repeat this type of reactions with different solutions. We can take, in place of HCl, I can take sulfuric acid, H2SO4. In place of this acid, I can take any alcohol solution also. Any glucose solution can also be tested. What do you think that the conduction of electric current will be there? If H plus ions are dissociated or formed, then only the flow of electric current will be there. If we take the example of glucose and alcohol, then more OH minus ions will be produced and very less H plus ions will be there, and there will be no conduction of electric current if we take alcohol or glucose in place of any acid. So I think this activity is clear to you. If you have any question, you can ask while writing your comments. Okay. Now let us move to the next topic. Here it was explained that the cation present in the acid is H plus, which produce hydrogen ions or hydronium ion when they are mixed. Acid and water, when they are mixed, they show acidic property only and only when H plus ions or hydronium ions are produced. Hydronium means H3O plus ions are produced. Now here is one more activity which show that the presence of water is very essential for the conduction of electricity or for showing the property of any acid. Here we have taken two test tubes. One is containing concentrated H2SO4, means there is no mixing of water in test tube, first test tube, isn't it? And in next what we have done, we have taken moist litmus solution. Okay, we have kept this concentrated H2SO4 and NaCl is also present. Then when we will put cork on it and we will bring a moist means mixed in water. It contains some quantity of water. Okay, so we will see the change that the blue litmus changes to red. And how the blue litmus changes to red? This show that they are showing acidic property, and we know that to show any acidic property, the separation, the dissociation of H plus ions are must. The HCl will not show any acidic property till it is not mixed in water and the H plus ions are not dissociated. Okay. Here HCl plus H2O. It was shown that what will be the reaction with whenever water and HCl react with each other. Then what will happen? Hydronium ions means H3O plus ions along with Cl minus ions will be formed. And we know that H3O plus hydronium ions are necessary to show any acidic property. Okay. So we know that to show any acidic property for the conduction of electricity, to change blue litmus to red, we required hydronium ions, and hydronium ions can be formed only and only when it is mixed in water. When any acid is mixed in water alone, it will not show any acidic property. It will not conduct any electric current. Okay. Now next, earlier we have read that what will happen when acid react with water. Okay. Now what will happen when any base react with water? You know that NaOH, sodium hydroxide, whenever react with water, it will dissociate into Na plus and OH minus. Okay. KOH is also very strong base. When it dissociate, it will give K plus ions plus OH minus ions. MgOH2 means magnesium hydroxide. It will also give Mg plus 2 along with OH minus. Okay. base generate hydroxide ions in water, and the base which are soluble in water, they are called alkali. It is very important, students. You should note it that every base is not an alkali, but every alkali is a base. Means every base is not soluble in water to form alkali, but whenever alkalis are formed, they are formed when water and base are added together. Okay. Now it was given that all bases does not dissolve in water. Yes, only strong base dissociate OH minus ions, and they the weak bases will not show such type of reactions. Okay. Now this we have done neutralization reaction. Acid plus base when react with salt, when react they form salt along with water. You can take any acid, any base. Okay. Then what we will see? We see that salt and formation of water will take every time. Okay. Now next thing is whether we should add acid to water or water to acid. It looks same, but it is not same. Student, this you can compare with what will happen if your mother has taken oil and she start heating it. If you put some amount of water droplet in oil, what will happen? You know that the sparks start coming out, it start jumping, and it can split on you also, and it can hurt you, it can burn you, it can boil you, isn't it? Same thing happen when we take any acid and the water is added in it. Okay, so we should not add water to acid, we should add acid to water with constant stirring, drop by drop. Whenever acid and water they come in contact with each other, and base also, when they come in contact with each other, that type of reaction is highly exothermic. Exothermic means heat is coming out. Okay, so we should take care when we mix concentrated. Concentrated means when no water amount is added to it. The acid must always be added slowly with constant stirring. Means we should stir it drop by drop, it should be added. If we add at once, then what will happen? It may splash on us, the mixture can splash on us, it can burn us, and the glass container can break, and a excessive local heat can be produced. Okay, you must have seen the sign of danger on concentrated acids and even on the bottle of sodium hydroxide pellets. Okay, so I think you have understood the question which was given in your in-text also, that while adding an acid to water or water to acid, what should be recommended. Okay, now what is dilution process? Students, you must have understood by the word dilution. Dilution means when mixing an acid or base with water, there will be decrease in the concentration of ions. The H3O plus ions also decrease when water is added, and OH minus also per unit volume. So such type of process are called dilution. I repeat once again, mixing an acid or base with water results in the decrease in the concentration of ions. It can be hydronium ions, it can be OH minus ions per unit volume. So such process is called dilution. So up to dilution, I think that things are clear to you. Rest of the things we will do in our next video. Thank you.